Hello, West students. I am going to talk to you about the book, All the Light We Cannot See. And this is one of my all-time favorite books. And it's a historical fiction novel by Anthony Doerr set during the World War II era. It follows two main characters, but there's lots of other characters woven in as well. And the first main character that it follows is Marie Laure, who is a young girl living with her father in Paris. And her father is the keeper of all these different locks for the Museum of Natural History in Paris. But Marie Laure is blind. And so, in order to help her, her father builds her these perfect miniature versions of the city where she can, of her neighborhood, and she can feel her way around and memorize it so she's able to find her way from one place to another. Every year for her birthday, she gets these little lock boxes, and she has to figure out how to unlock the lock box in order to get what's inside. And that actually comes into play later in the book. But when she's 12, the Nazis occupy Paris, and her father have to flee to a small citadel or walled city called St. Malo. And that's an actual city, and it's on the coast of France near the English Channel. They go to live with a very reclusive great uncle, or I think maybe a great uncle who lives by the sea in this really big house. And then it also follows a young orphan boy named Werner, and he grows up in a small mining town outside of Germany. He and his younger sister are both orphans, and one thing that Werner's very good at is taking apart and putting back together radios, and this actually gets him entrance or admission into this elite Hitler Youth School where he is trained in the operation of radios. And in St. Malo, Marie Laure and Werner's stories collide. And there's a lot of different detail that go into how their stories collide. And this book is just really fascinating from one aspect to the other. And I like how it interweaves the different stories. So one chapter is on Marie Laure, the other chapter is on Werner. There's a couple other characters that come into play as well. I love World War II historical fiction novels, and this is one of my all-time favorites. It's also a Pulitzer Prize winning book, so I highly recommend that you check out All the Light We Cannot See.